Hi everybody, I'm so excited. I'm here today at the Crystal Garden. It's my first
I
visit
know, I'm so happy you're here.
with my girlfriend Margret Lembo, and we've already been here for a couple of hours chatting away as we always do. We can never just set a half an hour appointment because it just seems to go on and on and on.
That's so true.
So we're sitting here talking today, and I'm so excited because she has agreed to be a part of the Soul Gravity Getaway, which is a big thing because she's doing a national and soon to be international book tour with her first book, and then her second book is coming out, her first book, Chakra Awakenings, which I'm so excited about. We're going to be talking today about a few things related to the soul, and I have several questions as you and I have been on the phone a lot talking about this, and we've talked a lot today. At the Soul Gravity Getaway, I'm going to be sharing with everybody about the different soul archetypes. And many of you may or may not know that there are various different archetypes to our soul. Our soul actually has a personality. And to kind of give you an example, I'm going to read a few of these to you right now. So there's the king archetype, there's priests, there's sages, scholars, warriors, artisans, and servers. Now that is just part of a much, much larger conversation, but Margaret, I'd like for you to kind of clarify for me and for anybody who's watching the difference between the human being, which is Margret and Kellie, and the soul that we have within us, and the lives that the soul within us has lived both before us and after us, and what all that means. Because when I first started doing this research a couple of months ago, it was so profound to me. I'd never heard anything like this before. But now as I've done my research, it's given me so much meaning in my own life, and I'm so very thrilled to be able to understand why I am the way I am and why I'm so attracted to the things that I'm attracted to.
Well, it just makes me so happy that you're excited about it because this is my whole world for decades now. And so, yeah, the first thing, to answer your first question, the human being, even in the word human and being, that phrase, let's say, the human part of us is the part that's here on planet Earth that gets to be here right now in this moment in time. The being part is our soul connected to spirit, the divine, the cosmos, some people call it, universal life force. There's so many names or words for it. And then as we evolve, as we're here on the planet, we either stay stuck in our unawareness or we move forward and come here to do what we are meant to do.
Now, when you say meant to do, let me take you back a little bit. Let's talk about how in which this idea of what we were meant to do, how we came here, came to be. What does that look like to you?
Well, I believe that we had a moment in time when we would, let's call it the other side, or heaven, wherever you want to call it, before we were birthed onto the planet.
As humans.
As humans. That we had a realization or an awareness that with maybe the help, who knows? How can we remember? We don't remember. But my take on it is that we met with, let's say, masters, teachers, God, goddess, whatever you want to give it the name, right? And they helped you figure out, of all the things that you've done in previous lifetimes or previous experiences, what do you want to make right? What do you want to do better? How can you go back and improve your soul on the evolutionary journey here when you get to come back to the planet?
So let me ask you this question. So you're basically saying the soul has this journey that it's on.
Yes.
And it inhabits in a human for a life lesson, sort of like a life plan that it's on for that particular time period?
Yes, it's like so many people have used this expression of this is Earth School. We're here and
love that.
Yes, we're here. This is Earth School. And we can go through Earth School, and I often share this in my many talks. I'll say, so you have a choice. We have free will here. We can either just go about, get up, watch TV, go to sleep, and do the same thing all day, all night. Or we can wake up and remember, what did you come here to do? What's the point? And be successful while doing it. And that's what I'm all about. I consider myself a spiritual entrepreneur. It's a combination of helping as many people as I can while I'm here on the planet, and also at the same time helping people awaken their awareness, or what I like to say is awaken consciousness.
I know a lot of times people that specialize in that field have a difficult time balancing that and being an entrepreneur, and I've always admired your ability in business. You've done exceptionally well. I had talked about on my Soul Gravity video this period of women feeling like there's this unrestlessness, or there's this shaking up feeling, and they're searching to come into their own consciousness. And I know the term consciousness might not be a term that everybody's familiar with, so I'd like for you to talk about that. But I want to read something real quickly because this was just so profound to me, and I want to get your take on it as well. So the 7 internal, what did you call them? The phases.
Transitions.
The life transitions.
Phases, yeah.
So we have these 7 life transitions, and the midlife transition is between 35 and 55. And basically it says we're going from false identity to true identity and work on the life task. So basically we're going through this transition, and I know women in particular, between this age are feeling like there's got to be a greater purpose in my life. There must be a bigger calling. I'm tired of working this job. I'm tired of giving myself to this, this, and this, and feeling unfulfilled. And marriages are ending, and people are getting depressed and going on Prozac. When I truly believe if they
Cancel clear on the Prozac,
yeah, if they just got in touch with their soul at a cellular level and understood some of the things that we're talking about, this wouldn't be happening. What are your thoughts on that? What does consciousness mean? How does it all play in here?
Okay, so consciousness is everything in our belief systems. It's all our belief systems. And I go like this because I believe that we don't just have a physical body, but we also have a mental body, an emotional body, and a spiritual body. They're subtle. You don't see them as much, but you sure know that you're thinking. You sure know that you're feeling or emoting. And most of us are aware that we're connected with God, Goddess, Creator, whatever you want to name it. And so that's the spiritual aspect of ourselves. So by being holistic is having your physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional consciousness or awakening of awareness, so that you know what's in your subconscious, what's in your unconscious. In the unconsciousness, we don't know until we wake up. And how do we wake up? Sometimes we have a life transition where someone we love dearly passes, or and we're shaken by that, or we get an illness, and that makes us have to search. What's the real reason I'm here? Sometimes it's perimenopause, which that 35 to 55 certainly has to do with that because it shifts our hormones, and because we're interrelated, all aspects of our consciousness, awareness, our physicalness, it's all those subtle bodies play, even hormones. So everything plays into it.